The Arm Wrestling subreddit, a place where you can see Prudnik and Oleg at their first La Di Tour, a place where you can see Devin choking out Engin, and a place where you can see whatever the hell this is. The days leading up to a big event like East vs West 5 is the best time to be on the subreddit. As a moderator there, I wanted to show you some of the funny, interesting, and weird things that get posted days before the big event. Let's get into it.
Take it back, take it.
Before we get into the video, as a lot of you know, I make arm wrestling content for the internet and real life. I designed this tool to finally make grippers good for arm wrestling. It puts your fingers in that flat finger clamp position, which is a critical strength to have if you want to shut down your opponent's top roll. So if you want to support the channel and get stronger in the process, check it out, link will be in the description. Now back to the video. As everybody's favorite Reddit moderator, I wanted to show you some of the cool stuff that gets posted here leading up to the East vs West 5 event. As a mod for the sub, I also feel responsible to help grow and share the community, even though I'm not getting paid for this. Am I supposed to be getting paid for this? Hey, Derek! Now, what fun would a community be without memes? The nurse when Matt Mask comes into the hospital for a blood draw. And then you have Matt's veiny forearm. That thing looks like a roadmap of Italy. Matt Mask, of course, will be facing Sandra Sedis for a best of 5 right arm at the East vs West 5 event, and it's good to know that his vascularity will be on point. But beyond the memes, we also have really interesting posts like this one from Min Hale that reads, "In 2020, when the arm wrestling world was still divided, Devin proposed a hypothetical East vs West tournament and suggested Prudnik to be his opponent. 2 years later, his wish is fulfilled." And check this out.
And what we do is we do the 5 best from PAL and the 5 best from North America.
Add Soothsayer to Devin's list of talents. So yeah, not exactly what we have in East vs West, but effectively. The PAL was the premier organization of the East, and Devin then mentions we get the best from the West. And East vs West isn't really framed that way, where it's only the best guys here and the best guys there. It's just good matchups from the East vs West. But still, pretty freaky to see Devin calling this out 2 years ago. Okay, here's a fun one. Is this picture of Oleg Petrenko photoshopped? Specifically, let me see if I can make this bigger for you guys, specifically the forearm. Look at that thing. I mean, I know arm wrestlers like to mush their bicep into their forearm to kind of spread out the muscle, but I mean, this is just on another stratosphere. And beyond that, look at his wrist. I've heard of cankles, but what do you call it when you can't tell when the forearm ends and the hand begins? Now, I don't know Oleg, and I'm not suggesting that he would even be the one to Photoshop this, nor do I know if it is Photoshopped, but for John Brzezink's sake, I really hope this is altered. Speaking of looking big, this photo was shared to the subreddit as well, and look at Bowen. He's got a big match against Zurab coming up, and he actually just shared a video of himself stepping on the scale weighing 107 kilograms or 236 pounds, and this is the biggest Ryan we've ever seen, and he's going to need every ounce of it in his match against Zurab. Do our name proud, Ryan. This image was shared with the title, "Who's writing these emails?" and it's a promotional email for East vs West 5 from Core Sports. It reads, "Devin is coming for Prudnik at East vs West 5. Devin Larratt joins us at King of the Table 5 to face off against Yevgeny Prudnik." Now, typos happen, who cares, but it raises a more interesting question of how close is the relationship between King of the Table and East vs West. Both promotions are put on by Core Sports, at least on the streaming side of things. You buy the pay-per-view for both of them at Core Sports, and here they are jumbling up the terms around. Now, I hope these two promotions can maintain their own unique identities, and I especially don't want to go back to a WAL-PAL dynamic where there's so many contracts that people from one organization just cannot pull someone from another organization. However, I think that Larry Wheels and Engin Terzi, the heads of both promotions, really have arm wrestling's best interests in mind, and for that reason, I do hope there is at least some collaboration between the two. P.S. Shout out to people like Solaroon and Hunter Welch who make this unbelievable poster art for all these promotions. Alright, back on the subreddit, we have Arm Wrestling is Fun making this post titled, "Follow Matt on Instagram, LOL, have a good night." And look who it is, Matt Mask and Dennis Saplankov. I'll make this bigger for you guys. And that's not all. Matt Mask and Levon. And here Matt's on his knees seeming very distressed when he's holding Levon's hand, not so much with Dennis. Is he trying to say something? And finally, I created the East vs West 5 mega thread with everything you need. You have a link to buy the pay-per-view, a reminder not to steal it or share any pirated streams, all the different time zones for when the event is going to start, the different matches thanks to Gold's Arm, which arm they're going to be, best of 5, etc. And then in the comments, you have people just talking about the event, sharing their predictions, etc. You can find a link for this down there. I hope you're as excited for the event as I am. We are really witnessing something special here, and it's very possible that, you know, in a decade we'll look back at this as the golden age of arm wrestling promotions. I hope not. I hope these things continue forever. I'm just saying, let's not take it for granted and let's appreciate what we got right now. So that's gonna do it. I hope you enjoyed this little walk through Reddit. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, check out the mod gripper in the description, and if you think I earned it, subscribe to the channel. I put out multiple new videos every week, and I will see you in the next one.